Hi, I'd like to show you how easy and rewarding it is to use the SmartClass Live. Our language lab is available as a fixed lab, but can also be used as a BYOD digital language lab. When you launch the Live platform, you have the option to sign in or not. Signing in will connect you to your pre-registered classes, allow you to take attendance, and save any student recordings done during the session. Your SmartClass credentials are the same for both the SmartClass Hub and Live. If you do not have any of your students added to your classes yet, you can easily populate the class when the session begins. A few main tools can be found in the top navigation bar. These are helpful for the teacher to use throughout the live session to interact with the class without moving about the room. The blank all screens option gets the student's attention to listen for an announcement or additional instructions. The chat function allows the teacher to send a message to the whole class, but student responses can only be seen by the teacher. Then, there is the teacher's microphone that can be disabled and enabled as needed. Once you see that all of your students are connected, click on the Home button in the top right corner to begin your first activity. You will see the different activity options available to you: pairing and grouping, monitor students, present, live testing, and launch a hub activity. Let's take a look at the first activity, pairing and grouping. This is a favorite of teachers and students alike. This activity allows the teacher to easily group and monitor student conversations in the target language. Students are put in groups of 2, 3, or 4, either sequentially or randomly by the platform. The teacher also has the ability to group specific students together. Simply click on the student and connect him or her to another student by clicking next on that student. If there's an odd number, it automatically adds the last 1 or 2 students to a group. Students who are grouped together will be indicated by letters. You can also record these conversations. This way students can listen to their responses, and teachers can have access for grading purposes later. You have all the same monitoring support options to connect with the student groups. Teachers can listen in without notifying the students that they are there. This helps keep students on task and in the target language without having to move around the classroom. Using the Student Recorder Control Panel, first type a name for the recordings to be saved under. Then hit launch so that the recorder is enabled on each student's station. Let's look at the options on the recorder panel. Before hitting record, the teacher can give a preset speaking time for students where they see a countdown on their screens. Click the timer to activate this functionality and then choose the time amount from the drop-down. Hit the record button to begin recording the students, and then the stop button to finish recording. The play button allows you to play back the recording to the students. And lastly, hit the save button to access student recordings later in the SmartClass Hub teaching platform. The save capability is recommended for conversations under 5 minutes. Anything more than that takes a long time for the platform to process. Next, let's look at the Monitor Students activity. First, click on the student you want to check on, then choose from the monitoring control options. You can listen to the student, listen and talk, view the student screen, or share your teacher screen. Notice again that the colors change depending on whose audio or screen is being shared. You can clear the options by clicking Reset All. The View All mosaic option allows teachers to view all student screens at once. Let's go to the Present activity. This activity is great for presentations because it allows the teacher and students to share their screen and audio. On the right, you see the options for the teacher or students to share their audio, their screen, or a combination of both. When teacher screen is selected, you can see that the teacher's screen turns green with an outward arrow indicating that the screen is sharing information. The student screens are blue with the inward arrow, indicating that they are receiving information. The same can be seen when the teacher presents his or her audio. Now let's look at the live testing activity. This teacher-led activity makes speaking and listening practice more engaging for students as well more time efficient. This is why it is often used as an oral testing tool. As a reminder, type the name of the recording and hit launch. This takes you to the same student recorder control panel that you used for the pairing and grouping activity. Remember to hit save if you would like to access them later from the SmartClass Hub teaching platform. Lastly, let's look at launching a pre-created activity from the SmartClass Hub teaching platform. Teachers may choose to use this activity in more of a test setting instead of having the students work independently in the Hub. When you click Select an exercise, the Hub will automatically log in a new window. Make sure you are in the Organize and Assign view. From here, you can choose any activity and send it to your students to work on. The activity will then be launched on the student stations. Instead of viewing student screens one at a time under the Monitor Students activity, you can click on the View All mosaic to view all student screens at once. Click on End Exercise to save student work and move on to another activity. When you are done with your live session, simply click on the Manage Class icon on the top left to end the class. The teacher log off is on the top right corner. I hope you're excited by all the different activities and support you can offer your students with the SmartClass Language Lab. If you'd like any more information, please reach out to us or check out our website at robotel.com.